Hi guys, and welcome to part 5 of the Caravan Spring series. Today we're going to be looking at a few safety aspects of your caravan and your car before you travel, just to make sure that you are towing legally and your caravan and car are safe to tow. So today we're going to be looking at tyre pressures and how to work out what tyre pressure your caravan should be. We're going to work out nose weights and what nose weight you should be at. I'm going to show you how to do that, and we're going to be also looking at the tow car as well, at what tyre pressures you should have on your tow car, because normal everyday driving, your tyre pressures are one thing, but when you're towing, your tyre pressures need to be different. So we're going to go through where to find the information for that, and we're also going to show you how to load your caravan correctly. So let's get started. Right, so to work out what our tyre pressures should be, we need to look at the tyre. Okay, so on your tyre then, you'll have lots of information. Yeah, ours are a 165 R13C tyres, and you'll have your PSI, maximum PSI at the top as well. So you need to get that information before we can work out any calculations. But one thing to remember, caravan tyres are not the same as car tyres. You need to get commercial tyres like the ones you will get on a van. So make sure or check that the tyres that are on your caravan are not ordinary car road wheels, tyres, sorry. Right, so we've got the information from the tyre that we need, but what we need to look at now is the weight of your caravan. Now there should be a plate down by the door of your caravan giving you all that information. There isn't one on ours. I don't know where it went. It's never been on since we've had the caravan. But there is a good website called gocaravaning.com, and it's a brilliant website. It gives you all the specifications for your caravan, all your towing weights and everything else that you need is on that website. So if you head over there and just type in what caravan you've got, and it brings up all the models and makes and everything else, and just click on the one you have, and it just brings up a full sheet of information on everything that you need. So there you go. Right, so let's do some calculations. Right, apologies for the crude way of doing this, but it's the only way I could think of doing it. So there we go. We got our 54 maximum PSI for the tyres that are on the caravan. And also on the tyre, it will tell you the maximum load that tyre can take. Now on ours, it is 615 kilograms. Okay, so what we need to do with those two numbers, we need to divide 615 by 54, and that gives us a figure of 0.08780,488. Okay, so just to run through that again, that's your maximum PSI of your actual tyre, and that's the maximum load that particular tyre can take. So that gives us that figure. So what we need to do now is the information I mentioned earlier about your caravan weight. Now our caravan unladen is 950 kilograms. Now we conservatively say putting 250 kilograms inside the caravan. It's probably not that much, but that's the figure that we use. Gives us a round figure of 1,200 kilograms. Okay, so what we need to do with that, because we're doing per tyre, we've got 2, obviously, so we need to divide this figure by 2. So divide that by 2 will give us 600. Okay, bit of a crude zero there. Right, so what we need to do then is times those two numbers together, which will give us a figure of 52.68. So we need to, because it's above 50, we'll round it up. So our tyre pressures should be 53 PSI. So if you want me to just run through that again, maximum PSI for our tyres is 54. The maximum load rating for our tyres is 615 kilograms. So we need to divide that by that. That gives us that figure. And then the weight of the caravan, divide that by 2 because you've got 2 wheels, gives us 600. Times those two together gives us that figure, rounded up or down if it's below 50, and it gives us 53 PSI cold. Okay, that's important as well. So when you come to your caravan before you set off, check that and make sure it's whatever it is, cold. Okay, so hopefully you're happy with that. So right, let's move on. Right guys, so I hope that's been a bit of information for you. I've tried to simplify it as much as I can. There are websites out there, so if you just Google it if you want for some more information, but if you use that little formula, you should be okay. Now, as I mentioned at the start, we need to look at the car's tyre pressures as well. So go and grab your owner's manual. Here's ours. And then in the back, you will have all the technical data of tyre pressures in the back. So if you just look at the index at the back, it will tell you. And as you can see, with full load, my tyre pressure's 41 psi at the front and 46 at the rear. So we ensure that these are the tyre pressures that we use when we're towing the van. I say normal daily running, it's 38 on the front, 35 on the back. So it's a big difference when you are towing. So make sure you just have a look at your manual. But if you haven't got one of these, again, pop over to gocaravaning.com, and there, as you can see on there, there's all the information on our vehicle, Vauxhall Zafira 1.7 CDTI EcoFlex. It has all the information on there that you need for working out everything that you need to. So yeah, so there we go. Right, before we move on to more specifications, what I want to do is just talk about driving licenses. Now, if you passed your test before January 1st, 1997, then you really don't have any issues as regards to towing. But it is really good and common sense and safe to stay within limits. However, after the 1st of January 1997 is when the law changed with regards to towing. You probably know what you need to do, but if you want to, pop over to gov.uk website and it will give you all the information that you need to decide whether you are legal to tow a caravan or not, and if what limits you will have on your license after 1997. So there you go, just pop over there. Right, just to finish off the tyre pressure part of this video, to make life a little bit easier, go out and get yourself one of these tyre pressure checkers. The digital, if you just put it on the valve, it'll tell you what pressure your tyre is. So they're a great piece of kit. They don't cost much. You can get them on eBay, and they're absolutely brilliant. And also a compressor. Now we have one of these. Now on the front here, it's not switched on, but you can type in the tyre pressure that you want and pop this on, switch it on, and just leave it doing its thing, and it will knock off when it's got to the right tyre pressure. So just a couple of extra tools just to make that job easier. Right, okay, what we're going to do now is talk about nose weight. Now, nose weight is the weight that's on the actual hitch of your caravan, which goes onto your tow ball of your car. And it should be between 70 and 95 kilograms. So I'll tell you how to work that figure out. But the best way to check what your nose weight is by getting yourself one of these. Now, this is a nose weight checker. I'll go outside in a minute and I'll show you how to use it. So yeah, get yourself one of those. You can get them on eBay and Amazon and other places. They're not that expensive. Now, your nose weight should be between 5 and 7% of your actual laden weight, which is your MPTLM or Miro in old money. Now, our caravan use, like I said to you earlier, we sort of conservatively say 1,200 kilograms on board. Now, 7% of that is 84 kilograms. So we try to get the nose weight to between 80 and 85, so it's where it should be. But the heavier you are on the nose, the more stable your caravan will be. So yeah, check your what your actual laden weight is, and yeah, you can work that out. Right guys, we're at the hitch end of the caravan now. Now, I'm not going to actually check the nose weight on the caravan because we haven't got the equipment in the caravan that we normally take with us on holiday, so it wouldn't be an accurate weight. But what you do need to make sure you have is a piece of wood, so you've got a stable base for your nose weight checker, and this goes underneath your, obviously raise your caravan with the jockey wheel and lift the feet up, well, the corner steadies, put this in where your tow ball would go, and then just lower your caravan so your so you can get the hitch onto this and lower it down until it settles. And then there's a gauge on the side there. It will tell you what your nose weight is. So like I said, between 70 and 95 kilograms is where you want to be. Right then, I hope that's give you some information on your Caravan's nose weight. Any information that I'm giving you today, if you are unsure, speak to the manufacturer, speak to a Caravan dealer and speak to an expert. This is just information that I've obtained and learnt over the years, but if you are unsure, please seek some professional advice. Right, what we're going to move on to now is other weights like your curb weight and your train weight, MPTLM and Myro. So we're just going to discuss a few of them. So the first thing we'll look at is, you probably hear the terminology of what's your car's curb weight. Now a curb weight is the weight of the vehicle without occupants and without baggage. So like I've said before, go onto the Go Caravanning website and it will give your curb weight. Now our curb weight here is 1,540 kilograms. Now that's an important figure when we're working out what our train weight is. Now the train weight, again, it's another piece of terminology that people use. It's the train weight is your car when it's hooked up to your Caravan. So you got your car and you got your Caravan, that is your complete train weight. Now obviously it's a combination of the two. So like I said, our Caravan about 1,200 kilograms, so our train weight is 2,740 kilograms. So we're okay. There is a plate on the car and the driver's door or the passenger's door. It will give you all the weights of your vehicle and what your train weight limits are. I know ours is it's 3,160 grams. I'll pop a picture of it up here for you so you can have a look. So we know we are towing safely. And there is another figure you need to be careful of is, again, look on the Go Caravanning website or your manual, and you need to know what your vehicle's maximum towing limit is. Now ours is 1,300 kilograms, so we know we stay under that, and just to keep everything nice and safe. So just be wary of those figures. Right, so we've got our curb weight, which is like I said, 1,540 kilograms. Now they talk about you know, a Caravan's got to be the percentage of your curb weight, 75%, 85 or 95% of that curb weight. Now like I've said before, we usually carry about 1,200 kilograms obviously combined in our Caravan. So our Myro is about 1,200, so that puts us around 80% of the curb weight. Now say 85% is roughly where you need to be. That's 1,232 or 1,300, somewhere around that figure. But just try and get to between 80 and 85% of your curb weight in your Caravan. So just to reiterate, work out what your curb weight is, what your weight of your Caravan with everything in it, and just get the percentage of what your curb weight is, and use that figure as a guide to put inside your Caravan. Right, so we'll look at MPTLM and Myro now. Now MPTLM stands for maximum permissible total laden mass, or Myro, which is old money, is maximum mass in running order. Sorry, getting all tongue tied this morning. All these figures and everything else in my head, I'm getting old. So yeah, you need to know what those figures are. So again, it will tell you in your Caravan, on your Caravan plate, or again, go on the Go Caravanning website for that information. Right, what we're going to move on to now is, we've talked about stuff you have on board in the Caravan when you're traveling. We need to know how to distribute those kind of things safely. So my wonderful eldest daughter Megan did this for me last night. She's a little sweetie pie, just to do a little bit of a guide. Now on here we've got all heavy items are in red. So red items, make sure you put the heavy items, sorry, over your axle. Things like your awnings, your tables, push bikes, anything like that you're taking, make sure that they are over the axle. Train going past again. Medium weight items, obviously on the floor at the back and at the front, so you're keeping it nice and balanced. And any light items like your clothes and things like that can go in the overhead lockers. So yeah, just a bit of a guide there for you. You can find pictures like this online if you're unsure, but so we did got Megan to do this for me last night, so thanks Megan. And so there you go. So heavy items over the axle, medium weight front and back, and lightweight items in your top lockers. Right, so so you know where to put things in your caravan. Now, we tend to put majority of the heavy items in the boot of the car, things like the awning and the food and a few other bits. Our chairs, everything else goes, because we've got quite a big boot on the car, so we try and keep as much weight out of the caravan and in the boot. So there you go. Right guys, so coming to the end of this little bit of information video now. If you are unsure of what weight your caravan and car is in your train weight, you can always pop down to your local weigh bridge. I think it's really cheap to, just to weigh, your train weight. So just to, make sure that you are safe. So pop down there. If you are unsure, please seek professional advice, because they are the experts and they will be able to tell you exactly what you need to know. Now, moving on from that, other little safety aspects. I know I did on the last video mention them. I'll pop a link into that up here. But make sure that you check all your running lights on your caravan. Make sure that you've got your tyre pressures are right on your caravan, because it is illegal to run caravan tyres under the legal limit, because once you hook up to your car, it becomes part of, the train. So the caravan is bound by the same laws, road traffic laws, that your car is, so you can be pulled over and prosecuted if they aren't right. Wheel nuts, 88 Newton meters for steel wheels and 122 Newton meters for alloy wheels. Make sure you check them before you leave, and before you set off back home. Please make sure that they're done on your caravan and your car. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up if you have, and leave us a comment. Any questions you have, just let me know and I'll try my best to answer them. So yeah, coming up from us next, we're going to be up at the caravan again. Because the weather's been really crap and cold, I've not been able to test the water system like I've said before. But the weather next week is looking quite warm, so fingers crossed we'll be able to get up here and do that video. So look out for it. So thank you to my wonderful wife for filming again, babe.
You're welcome.
And we will see you in the next video. So from home with the Shackletons, down at the caravan without the kids, which is bliss, isn't it, love?
Yep.
We will see you in the next video. So take care and bye-bye.